Hey there, I just received a new duffel bag, but is it going to be great for a week-long trip or just for the weekends? How much is it going to hold? This bag was sent to me by the brand, so let's take a look at what it has and how much it actually holds. Here is the duffel bag, and I will say the first thing to note is that it is expandable. So on either side of the main compartment of the duffel, there are expansion areas here that can be zippered closed to or open depending on how much space you need in the duffel. For carrying the duffel bag, of course, you have the handle itself, which does have a Velcro closure, or you have the adjustable shoulder strap here, and it is slightly padded, so it's just a little bit more comfortable on your shoulder. The zippers are all manufactured the same on the duffel bag, and they do feel pretty sturdy. The plastic zipper itself is nice and wide, and then the zipper itself has a nice pull on it, and it is pretty chunky as well. So I really feel that these are going to work well in opening and closing on a regular basis. There are multiple pockets on the duffel, so let's take a look at all of those. So this is actually the back side of the duffel where the Chegg brand label is placed. And there is a small pocket here that's big enough for maybe your wallet or cell phone. This is also where you would put it over your luggage handle. So if you had a wheelie, then you could hang this right over because it has this open spot here. On each side of the duffel, you actually have one deep pocket. And let's take a look at that real quick. I've got two pair of shoes here, and that's one thing that I usually will tuck in one of the side pockets is shoes. And it did hold these lightweight canvas shoes. I was able to still close the duffel bag, but with these heavier weight shoes, I was not able to. So you may be able to get some shoes in here or some flip-flops or something, but that is not going to be a given. On the front here, you have these two pockets, and I will say overall, this is a nice heavyweight canvas on the outside, and on the inside, it is a smooth material, but I really like this heavyweight canvas. The color of it is great, and it feels really heavyweight. So for the front pockets, they have this really cool buckle to them, and I was kind of surprised because I assumed they were going to be open underneath, but when you take the buckle off and undo it, they are actually zippered pockets, are the depth of the pocket itself and open, but I like that they have the zippered feature to them because you can zip it up and then you know it's going to stay closed, and then this makes it more decorative. Finally, on the inside of the duffel, you have an interior pocket here, which is relatively deep, and it's probably about 7 inches wide. And then on the opposite side of that duffel, you have two open pockets, one that's probably about the size of a eyeglass case, and the other one is probably about the width of a cell phone. So you have a couple pockets just to tuck that smaller stuff into that you don't want loose in the bag. Now, the most important thing about a duffel bag when we travel is how much can I get into it, and how easily does everything go into the bag itself. I decided to pack a week's worth of clothing into the bag. Let's assume I'm traveling in early to mid-spring, where I have mostly short sleeve shirts and jeans for this trip. I start with a pair of jeans and heavy track pants, followed by a long sleeve shirt for cool nights. Then I packed 7 t-shirts and my shave kit, along with my glasses and phone charger tucked into one of the pockets. I decided not to use the 2 other pockets on the other side of the bag. Next, I packed underwear and socks, 7 pair of each. Then moved on to the shoes, and when my brown shoes didn't fit, I added the blue canvas shoes instead and was able to zip that closed. So I've since emptied the duffel bag, but a week's worth of clothing was able to fit in here, including some basketball shorts and track pants just in case I wanted to work out. I really like the weight of this duffel bag. It has plenty of pockets just to tuck those small things into, and it's got a nice stylish look to it. So I hope this helps you decide on if this is a good product for you.